Shalom Akyam. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well. And Shalom to the sincere Akyam, spreading his truth in sincerity. Shalom. So, yesterday we was in camp, of course, and we was teaching about things that we go through and how situations like that expose the impurities that we have that need to be done away with, right? And it's the situations that we have to go through that bring up certain things that we need to work on. So that's why the title of this video says impurities brought to the light. They're being brought to the surface once we are being put into the fire, man. And I don't remember whether I made a video, similar to this, but Yaratazat's still going to be edifying because, hey, first and foremost, we teach and preach, towards ourselves, and then we teach and preach, towards those that watch the videos, man. So the videos that we make are always a reminder to ourselves of the things that we need to work on and things that, need to change, and for some it's a long process, for others it's a quick process. Because sometimes I'll be looking at this particular brother and I see how fast he is able to adapt and change himself concerning the things that he needs to work on, man. And then I'll be looking at myself like, why am I struggling so much with the not with a small thing, because for me it's actually a big thing that I need to work on. But they be looking at that situation like, how does that happen, man? This brother is able to apply it quick, and then I'd be struggling for months to work on this on the single thing, But yeah, like the title says, impurity is brought to the light, and the scripture says that we are basically being put into fire, which the fire is a refining agent. It purifies it, leaves a perfect product, man. And the analogy, or however you want to say it, or how you want to call it. Tomatoes, potatoes. The analogy that I want to use has to do with the gold, man. And the gold, is being mentioned in the fire, is being mentioned in the scriptures as being put in the fire, man. As it says in Sirach 2:5, for gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. So we are compared to the gold, and the gold is tried in the fire. It's being purified in there. But we men, we that follow Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, we are basically, tried or, being put into the adversities which represent that fire that the gold is going to be refined. So if you have gold, and I think I spoke about it in another video, but if you have gold, a gold necklace or something, that gold necklace will never be 24 carats, because 24 carats is an indication, is a measurement indication to say that it's 100% pure gold. But the thing is, 100% pure gold cannot be used as jewelry, but it can be used once certain other metals are being added onto it, to make the gold bind towards those metals and create a stronger end product. But if you just want to have the gold, then those other metals, are considered to be impurities, man. So once you heat up your necklace, which is 14 carats gold, that means that 14 out of those 24 parts of gold is only gold. But then you have the 10 out of the 24 parts, which are the impurities out of which that necklace consists. And that's how we have to look at ourselves as well. You know, we have impurities within us, man. Things that we need to get rid of, man. You know, me personally, you know, I've been dealing, you know, with holding on to certain things and not able to find a good release or a way to vent those things. And right now I'm suffering the consequences of not being able to deal with, you know, those things that I hold on to, man, without being able to, you know, ventilate that. And that's something that I need to work on myself right now in order to move on to the next step, to move on to the next level, man. Because oftentimes when you know, are playing a game, you have that one boss that you're trying to defeat before you can move on to the next level, right? The end boss of that game or of that level and things like that. You know? So for me right now, I have to work on a couple of things before I can move on to the next, you know, stage of my life. You know, to develop myself and become a better man for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Become a man first and then become a man of the Lord. And there are all kind of steps that we as individuals, you know, need to take, all kind of different things that we have to work on as individuals in this truth. But the truth remains, the Most High is going to put us in situations to expose the impurities that we need to work on. If you need to work on your patience, the Most High is going to put you in a situation in which your patience is going to be tested and you're going to get vexed. You're going to become hella impatient. But it's for you to realize that you have to deal with that you have to deal and work on that impatient behavior that you have, and just let it go, man. And it's oftentimes when you can accept the situation for what it is and just deal with it, you know, and let it go and let it flow, that the Most High looks at you like, hey, you know, now you've learned the lesson. Let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next lesson of your life. You know, and develop yourself, man. So this is Isaiah 48:10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. So we're being refined, man. We're being refined in that furnace of affliction. We're being made, you know, basically made perfect, man. You know, we're being made perfect, man. It even says in the scriptures, I don't know where it is, that roughly paraphrasing, but the smith, you know, the one that is working on the metals, you know, the metal is only done when he can see his image in there, man. And the image that needs to be seen in us is the image of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, a man worthy, you know, for salvation, man, a man that, you know, is walking, you know, in that same line, in the same way as Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai wants us to walk, man. Because we have Yahweh Shai as that example. You see? So for me, something that I need to work on right now is that, you know, I'm being treated in a certain way at the job, which vexes the hell out of me, man. You know, being yelled at, being wrongly accused for things, but also being wrongly judged for situations. And basically, I have to suffer wrongfully, man. Which for me, that's very, very, very difficult. You know, but the Most High, He puts you in that situation because He wants you to learn that, man. I had a dream about that a long time ago. It was a very short dream, but it had, you know, it had the message in it like, hey, suffer wrongfully, man. And it's oftentimes when we sit down and think about it, like, hey, what am I learning in this season of my life, in this part of my life? What does the Most High want me to learn? You know, and sometimes it can be so overwhelming because you're trying to go with the flow, but the flowing, you know, going calmly. It's going hella wild, man. You're in the wild stream of the river. So you're trying to work on all kind of things, trying to keep your head above the water, trying to juggle, you know, with all the balls at the same time, trying to swim. So it can be hard sometimes, you know. But it's also the Most High, you know, wanting you to, you know, find the peace within the chaos, man. You know, and the peace that we first and foremost need to find is within the scriptures, man. The comfort of the scriptures that gives us also the hope that we so much desire, man. The comfort of the scriptures, you know, because comfort brings you peace of mind, gives you understanding, like a sup. You know, we understand that we're in a world that is very unfair and unjust. We understand those things. But sometimes we get so caught up in the things that we go through that we forget about that, you know. We forget about those things and the flesh kicks in, you know. But yeah, the impurities are brought to the light, you know, by the trials and tribulations that we're being put in. And, you know, we need to work on that, man. And we need to become more aware of that as well. So yeah, with that, I hope and pray that this video was edifying. And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, to true will, and shalom to the sincere Akions, for his truth and sincerity. Shalom.